Greetings! This is garthrs, the tireless adventurer, with another episode of Star Made. However, this series is going to be a little bit different. What I'm going to do, this is a creative shop. This is an infinite shop, and I am in creative, and blah, blah, blah. What I'm going to do is I'm going to design ships for a fictitious spacefaring empire. And the one I've made up specifically for this purpose is the Grau. It's a species of lizard-like folk who use cybernetic implants, and in their opinion, the more implants you have, the more influential you are. There is no room for surrender. There is no room for anything other than utter annihilation of a given target. Let me just go ahead and put that right there. Poof. And that didn't work. What? That went all wrong. Now I'm going crazy. Anyway, yeah, so I made this huge billboard to give you the predominant colors of this species. They believe in sleek and deadly. They don't believe in anything else. They think that you display weakness by spending more time on your design than you do on your function. So these guys are, I wouldn't say ruthless, but definitely less about aesthetics than they are about basically function. Yeah, that looks good. I like that. Yeah, I like that. This is supposed to be kind of like their home planet, a significant mountain where their leader destroyed the onslaught of the friggin' Pokemon. I guess, I don't know. I'll think of something else. And this is supposed to be like a bird of prey, kind of in their ancient language. And what we're going to do is we are going to create a class of, or not, a ship from each class all the way up through, I think, maybe Dreadnought. I'm not 100% sold on that whole idea yet, because once we get up into like the Titan class, it's just ridiculous. It's like 100,000 plus. It's like, what is it? 10,000.1 to 100,000 mass. That is enormous. We'll see. The Dreadnought I'm working on in my legit series is 47,000 mass right now. To give you an idea how big 100,000 would be. Twice that. Holy crap! But today, what we're going to work on is our class. Now, the Grau is it's 3 letters, the G and the U and the K, and the way it's pronounced is Grau, and they have what they call predator classes. And the very first class would, of course, be the Scout, and we're going to work on a smaller version of predators in this one. So we're going to go with the Hawk, which is got really good eyesight, and we're going to go with cannons supported by cannons. And we're going to go with a single person occupancy. So this will be a single scout ship. And that's exactly what it's going to be. The Grau are very aggressive. So we're definitely going to have to make sure that we take into account their scout ships will be a little warlike as well. So let's go into our build mode here. We're going to set our this is the symmetry planes, but only for a couple of things, because the Grau do not believe that symmetry is required. They are pretty firm in their belief that symmetry is not necessarily something that is required to dominate. And I believe that the symbol in the back shows their ideals as far as that goes. But see, primarily what I got here is a cube, which I probably will add a little bit more to here in a bit. But I got it's a pretty decent little amount of power gen already. It's like just shy of 3,000, so I could go like right here. There you go, 3245, and I could come out right here. Oh yeah, 3514. I think that's good. And what we're going to do is basically we're going to design a scout ship, or I say we, because you know I'm going to do this, and you're going to watch. Boom. Yeah, but feel free to go into the StarMade Reddit and look for my post on the Grau with a brief background, and you can even maybe in the comment section. Make up a Graukin warrior of old and write a small history about him. The only stipulation I'm going to put on that, him or her, the only stipulation I'm going to put on that is if you want to make up a civilization that they've already destroyed, feel free to do that. But don't make up any that they're currently at war with, because I have something coming for that. Anyway, so let's get to work on this. And I'm probably going to do a little bit of speed build and a little bit of talk you through it while I do it kind of thing. Now, the biggest thing we're going to look at here is fairly small mass. We're looking at maybe 300 tops. Our block count, 500. We may get to 500. We may get to 500. Maybe. You know what I could do? Yeah, I didn't really lose that much from that. So let me bring that out some more. There you go. Yeah, that's even more. Took those two off of there because they were redundant. These two already exhibited the down post on this volume, so these brought that out further. Man, that was pretty cool. I like that. Like these right here don't really serve that much of a purpose. You see how I barely lost anything with them? That's what we're looking for. We're looking for economy of blocks. I think that'll be good. So, all right. So let's get to work. All right, so effectively what I got so far is the, I guess, starboard side. I'm not 100% sure how this is going to turn out, but I do know that I like it so far. I don't want that there. I want this here. 7. Oh, wrong button. I just jumped out. Anyway, to give you a brief example, this is going to be the forward pilot or camera section, and this is going to be like more of a weapon side. The unit itself is not going to have this much flat space on the side. This is put in here more for shielding, I guess. I got a little bit of shield going on, a little bit of everything else, but we got black underside. We need a predominant black color here. So let's go with that. And I give you guys an idea of what I was going for here. I need to make this output. There we go. Yeah, I like it. And yeah, I like it so far. I think it's looking pretty cool. My problem with it from a standpoint of design is this is my first asymmetrical build, so it's probably going to be less than stellar. Yeah, I'm not like super duper mega ultimate man either, so I don't do so good with the designs. I try really hard. I try hard. All right, so this goes up this way. Now you notice I'm up in the left-hand corner there. My block count is currently only 213. Now I've only got 7 modules on one attack. So basically what I've gone for on this is predominantly a way to create as much power as I can to handle my radar jamming, and I think that will definitely do it. Because radar jamming is important as far as these things go. I like the idea of coming up a little bit here. This is kind of dark on this side. What do we got right here? You know what? I'm going to do this right here. I know you guys could probably not see very well. I'll turn that on. But when I go to this, let's see what I get. I like the way that stands out right there. So let's do that. Just kind of like a raw bit of gray right there in the middle of that black to break it up a little bit. I think that would be all right. I don't know. I'm still kind of half up in the air about it. All right. So entry is going to be attained by Plex door, which is going to be right here. And then the glass door is going to be here and here with it's hard to see right there. And now we need, it's got to have some open cockpit area. I could probably throw a few more power in there. See, I'm just maximizing space usage here as much as I can. And power capacity. Yeah, with a small ship like this, I'm going to do probably a whole lot less speed build because it's a tiny ship. So let's, hey, that's not what I wanted. This is what I wanted. I think that looks nice. This is what I wanted. What can I throw in there? 6? I like this. There we go. Bring it back this way. That's not what I wanted to do. I think that'll work. I like it. Not a lot, but I definitely like it. There and one there. Now these are supposed to be small light attack craft. I got to keep it below 300 blocks to keep it a scout class, which is what I'm shooting for, which means we may end up pulling a little bit of it out. There we go. We could do this, you and I together. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to get that 300 down. Let's do that. And what I'm shooting for primarily, like I said, is a light attack craft. This is what I wanted. That dude walking around in the background always freaks me out, for the record. Because I always see him and I'm like, oh God, what is that? It's a dude walking around in the background. Chill out, Garth. Jeez. You're crazy. I'm not crazy. You're crazy. $287. There we go. We gotta get rid of that. I don't like it. Hell, I wanted to keep it. Drop my power down to 4,400. I suppose I can live with that. It's supposed to be asymmetrical. It's supposed to be light. It's supposed to be hard to find. I think so far I've got a majority of that down pat. There's that. Put that there. Gotta do that right there. Come on. All right. I like this. Let's do this. I like that. Let's do this. Now, much akin to the stealth fighter, and the reason I'm doing all these jagged angles and stuff like that is because I was shooting for like jagged angles and stuff, because with radar it relies on bounced signals. Like the signal goes out, hits something, and then comes back. And with jagged angles like this, you're not going to get something that's come out right away. So for the purposes of this tutorial, let's go forward to that right there, and let's set this puppy up. I don't know why, but every once in a while you got to go back in. All right, so cannon to cannon, already set up block to block. So let's bring you to 1. Let's bring our radar jammer right there, and my cloaker right there. Now, first of all, let's see if I can handle the cloaker. All right, I have power. It goes really fast. So I'm definitely going to need more power. Definitely going to need more regen. So let's see if I can maintain a radar jam. I can maintain a radar jam. Let's see if I can maintain a radar jam and shoot. Yes. Let's see what my numbers are. Can attack factions home base. Let's come over here to this. Oh, it's pretty quick. It's definitely agile. 7. Yeah, that's not very good. Let's look at it against the white background. Because we definitely want to be able to get out of Dodge quickly, but not as a last resort. Or definitely as a last resort. I like the way that looks. Let's pull forward a little bit. Looks alright. Definitely got to clean up the sleekness of it. It's hard to do sleek on a smaller scale like this because the angles are so jagged. You can't really make gradual angles. And I think that kind of, I don't know. I'm torn. The Scout class, the Hawk Scout class is definitely small. It's a 395, which is not too shabby at all. I do not have enough power to maintain my cloak, so that would just be enough to break missile lock. That would be pretty much as far as we go with that. And my regen was pretty slow. I could radar jam and fire at the same time, which is good. Looks like I have 268 shields with a regen of 22 per second, which is not going to hold a lot. Basically, it's not going to hold a lot at all. I made it to home base after putting all those shields on the back, and I thought to myself, that was a waste of time. I didn't want pirates coming by and blowing my crap up. This is what we wanted right here. So the Graukin are, so far, their first steps into the world of Star Maid, in my opinion, are 6 out of 10. As far as power goes, let me jump out of here. There we go. See if I can get in it. That's the test right now. So come down in here and hit O, because you can set on that, and then you can enter ship core. Actually, you can turn that up, and then you can enter ship core. All right, so it totally works. All right, so that's good. That was the goal. You had to be able to get into it and get out of it, which we've totally done now. Yes, this is. I think I'm gonna call this one Mark 1. That's what I think I'm gonna call it. I think I'm gonna call this puppy Mark 1. So let's go ahead and rename it. Oh, I don't need to do that. I don't need to do that. I'll catalog it as Mark 1. And what I'll do is I'll put this up, the stats and everything on there, and with my block count 396 or 296, with all my stats on it, and give you guys a basic mission and role for this aircraft. Now you note it is not symmetrical. It is very asymmetrical. The reason it is the way it is because it's designed to effectively redirect radar signals so that it's harder to get a hold of as far as targeting solutions go. And I think that's pretty good. I don't like some of the coloring like right here. I think this might all need to be black. I think this down here might need to be black. Let's do that. Black, 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 and black. Oh, that's the wrong one. There we go. I want it to be black and gray because that matches their colors. Not 100% sold on it. But like I said, it's not supposed to be super flashy. It's supposed to be very sleek, very minimalistic. It is not especially deadly, but it is incredibly quick in my opinion. Let's see how long it takes me to get up to speed on this one. I think the speed on this is 75. Yeah, maxed out pretty quickly. Stop. I wonder how hard. What'll happen when it's nothing. It's a space station. It's not gonna move. That was pretty cool though. All right, so I think that's probably gonna be a pretty short episode. Do me a favor and give me some feedback. Let me know what you think of the ship. Let me know what you think of this species. Let me know what you think of pretty much everything. So Like I said, the ship is not designed to be flashy. It is designed 100% to be sleek and fast. Those were its purposes. It's not supposed to be super duper aesthetically pleasing. The reason for the angles is to, like I said, rebound the radar signals. It was kind of difficult for me because I kept wanting to flash it up, but it's not supposed to be flashy. It's supposed to be very sleek, very minimalistic, and in this case, not necessarily deadly, but fast and hard to detect. You know what? Let's do this. Just on a farewell note. Let's just put that right there. Oh yeah, that definitely breaks it up a whole lot more. I like that. It's almost like a little partial fin on that. All right, yeah. So the Grau Ukin Hawk cannon to cannon class scout. And that's only basically to protect itself while it gets away. Head on. From the side. I don't like this view at all. This view kind of upsets me. But it's doing exactly what it's supposed to do. See how it's breaking up the light from the sun? It'll do the same thing with radar pings. I don't like the fact that this is flat. I might want to bring this back a little bit more. Let's do that right now, as a matter of fact. He's like, God, gosh, the video is supposed to be over. No, it's not. It's never over. Oh, Tab G. Why is my thing difficult here? What happened? Oh. Can't sit. Can only sit on top. There we go. Can I sit now? There we go. Alright. I guess you have to look at the right spot of the seat. That was very depressing. Alright, so first of all we turn that back on, and then we go down to the bottom here. We yank this puppy out, and then we come back quite a bit to there. And let's do one of those. And then some of these. Well, that'll definitely work. And I can bring this down to one of those. And then undo. Perfect. That's very confusing. That actually does clean it up a little bit on the bottom there. I like that a lot better now. It's nice. I centered the cockpit purposefully, but the rest of it is very asymmetrical, almost purposefully so. This is the telecommunications suite back through here to relay what it's seeing. This over here is the smaller portion for offensive weaponry and stuff like that. You notice I packed a lot of stuff in the side there that you can't really get to. Is there dead space in here? Nope, no dead space. No dead space at all, which is good. It's exactly what I wanted to see. Dead space. No, it's not. It's one of those. Okay. All right. So, there you go. Enjoy it. Pretty rapid fire. Let's look at the stats on this real fast. Canon computer. It looks like our details on that are 35 DPS, which is not horrible. Cannon speed 7,500. Range is 1,000. Shots are 1. Reload is 100%. Power consumption is 70. It looks pretty basic For having only 7 units, it's actually not too shabby. Pretty rapid fire, too. That's enough to harass people, most definitely. It's also extremely fast. I like that. I actually have my pinky on the shift the whole time I'm doing that, too. So I could probably even maybe throw a jump drive in there, but I've only got... Oh, the blocks went up. Oh, no! It's above 300. You guys probably saw that, and you were like, "God, what are you doing? No! Don't do it! Don't do it!" But I like it. I don't want to not do it. Oh, poo. I need to lose 19 blocks. That's this right here. Let's bring you down. $11 more blocks. I gotta get it down. I got to get it down. Those are right angles, which I guess are good enough. Let's get rid of you. Leave that there. Let's get rid of... Oh, wow. 7 blocks. We gotta do it. Let's make that right angle and that a right angle. Let's bring this up too. Get almost like a bulkhead feel there. I like that. Wonder what happened if we took this out. Actually, it looks alright. I kind of like that. You know what? Let's just undo one of those. And put that there. And that there. That gives it a very crisp, kind of angular look. It's exactly 300 blocks! Alright. Mission successful. Alright, so once again, this is the Grau Hawk class scout, designed primarily for looking upon your enemies before you destroy them and all their stupidness. And I'm actually about 12% excited about it. I'm shooting for it. Yeah, I'm totally shooting for it. Alright. And there's their emblem. Feel free to gaze upon it in all of its glory. And this is garthrs, signing off.